Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the secret to manifesting everything you want. Neville Goddard. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Another massive video for you today, not only on this channel, but on our other channel, the Tom Kearin channel. So tune in to both of them. They relate, as always. The videos have a lot in common. So check it out on the Tom Kearin channel as well. I want to talk about this question, an interesting conversation, such a big conversation with one of you, that I told them, I said, this conversation is probably going to be a video. I'm not going to include the details of what we talked about, right? His personal details. But I'm going to definitely create a masterclass around our discussion. And he loved it. And what went on, he said, Tom, I just want to manifest everything. Not just anything, because I get it, all things are possible, but everything. I want to rewrite, recreate my entire life, past, present, and future. This is big. Now, we talk about this idea every day, and we talk about the teachings of Neville Goddard, right? That your life, your entire life experience is based on what you imagine and affirm and assume it to be. But not just what you believe is a future to come or your present circumstances, but your past as well, because it's all right now. So Neville Goddard talks about the idea of your imagination as your I am awareness, right, where all things are possible. And also talks about the idea that same awareness you can revise or recreate a past that wasn't the way that you would have liked it to be, and you revise it to the way you would have liked it to be. And he said, the whole basis of his teachings is that changes your present and future. But it doesn't just change your present and future. It changes everything. It changes what you believe or your idea of what your past is. Because it's all right now. Past, present, and future is now. We're going to talk about these ideas today and more. Remember, all reality creation and manifesting techniques and processes are built on one powerful, fundamental idea. You are already that which you desire to be and already have that which you want to have. That's the fundamental idea. You, get this picture, you live, you move, you exist, and have your being in all of your lives. All potential versions and identities of you, all potential versions of realities or timelines or alternative parallel existences exist right now. And you're at the center of it. I touched on this yesterday, on yesterday's big video. There you are, a physically focused point of all that is, focused in a certain aspect or vantage point or viewpoint of not just all that is, but all that you are. Not just all that you are, but all that is. Do you see? You're all of it. Past, present, and future now. It's all now. All of those identities, one superimposed over another. One reality superimposed over another. One identity superimposed over another. One version of you superimposed over another. All of those versions exist within you, all superimposed one over another. You coming from a certain viewpoint or vantage point in your physically focused experience that we call now, right? This is powerful. You are all that is, right? You live, you move, exist, and have your being in all of your lives, all images, all perceptions, all possibilities, all potential here and now. That's why the ancients, right, the metaphysical meaning of these verses in the Bible, they're very powerful. In Him, we live and we move and have our being, or we exist. In Acts 17:28, who is Him? I am awareness of being. You as I am awareness of being. You as all that is. You as all that you are. Your imagination, all potential exists here and now. So even the idea of past lives is just a concession to our horizontal linear experience. But they're not past. All your lives Past, present, and future exist here and now. And you're experiencing that through a certain viewpoint or vantage point, but you don't lose any of all that you are. All of it is still you right now. That's powerful. That's where all that power comes from. To manifest, create, and experience anything and everything that you desire. So this is powerful. And then you ask, right, like he did, how do I know? How do I know this is true? Because non-existence does not exist. By definition, everything that you can desire, everything that you can want, everything that you can imagine and think about or of must exist here and now or not at all. And not at all does not exist. So if you can think of it, imagine it, contemplate it, affirm it, assume it, it must exist here and now. That's you. All identities, all realities, all possibilities. Everything, every identity or reality of you as I am. That's what I am means. It's I am. I am the all. I am the one. I am reality. I am the substance. I am all of it. I am the supply. I am the substance. I am the source, right? All of you, every identity or reality of you, remember, is a mental image. In that one intelligent, self-aware, or self-conscious mind of him. Who's him? All that is. I am awareness. What we call God, or God's Son. All of it is you. And then you have this certain viewpoint or vantage point as the center of that I am awareness. You frame your world, or your reality, or your version of you and your world around this idea. Even whether you believe it or not, or whether you're conscious of it or not, you're doing it. And it's all created. This linear experience of your past, present, and future is created in the now. So that past, what you call your past, is just a mental image, or what we call a memory. The manifested physical reality is just a mental image, or what you call manifested physical reality, what we call the present. But it's all now. That imagined scene in the future, where Neville Goddard and other spiritual teachers tell you to visualize it or imagine yourself. Imagine the outcome. Imagine already being that person you want to be, right? Imagine it with all, quote, your senses they talk about. That scene is a mental image, and it all exists here and now. Do you see? It's all now. It's all I am, and it's all you. This is powerful. All as the center of that one divine mind, that one thought of God, that one moment of existence that we call now, or awareness. Awareness is just another word for now, right? It's all happening now. So as we go through this, the ancients told us, right? They gave us the secret to manifesting anything, to recreating or reimagining or revising. Neville Goddard's revision, right? The idea of remembering the past or past events or people, places, and things, or people, events, and things, as you would have liked to experience them, not how you appear to have experienced them. And that changes everything, of course, because all possibilities exist. You don't change any one experience. You don't change any one reality. You don't change or alter any one identity, version, reality, event, or image. You move to the new imagined image, the new alternative. They all exist. That's what revising does. It doesn't really revise or alter or change any one reality or version of you or image. It moves you to your preferred image, your preferred reality, your preferred version of you. That's the brilliance of it. Here and now, it changes everything. That past that you believed was so fixed is no longer that past that belongs to this new definition, this new idea, this new assumption of who you are right now. You create a new horizontal linear past that makes more space-time sense to who you have defined yourself in this now moment. It changes everything. And you create a future, the idea of an experience in the future, based on this definition, this belief, this assumption of who you are right now, your self-concept, your self-image. It can change in every moment, and it does, and you do. This is why in John 14:2, we've talked about this in many videos. Neville Goddard talks about it. All of the spiritual gurus out there talk about it. In my Father's house are many mansions, right? Dwelling places. Here and now, remember, past, present, and future. Here and now, in my Father's house, in that one divine mind, in Him, in that one reality, are many infinite realities or identities or versions or images of you. In Him, in that awareness, I am awareness of being and all that is, in the imagination, in the one divine, intelligent, self-aware, self-conscious mind, I am, exists in all potential identities and realities of you, I am. You exist in all of them and they exist in you. It's all right now. That's what Jesus was saying here, or your I am awareness, or the ancients were communicating, right? In that one great source, that one self-conscious, self-aware, intelligent mind that we call all that is, exists all possibilities. And then they go on. When you say, well, how do I know? They answer us. The ancients answer that question. How do I know? If it were not so, I would have told you. Wow. They answer that very question. How do I know? Well, if it were not so, I would have told you. In other words, you, as I am awareness, wouldn't even be able to desire it, imagine it, or to think of it. That's what they're saying here. If it were not so, you wouldn't even be able to imagine it, desire it, think of it. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. That's what Jesus, your I am awareness, or the ancients were saying. We wouldn't even be talking about it if it were not so. In other words, I would have told you. You would have known, because we wouldn't be talking about it. You wouldn't be desiring it. You wouldn't be thinking of it. You wouldn't even be able to imagine it if it were not so, because there's only existence. There's only I am. Even the idea of I am not is just you declaring who you are. I am this. When you say I am not something, you're saying I am something else. So there's only I am. I am not. It's just another way of saying I am this or I am that. Wow. Non-existence doesn't exist. That's powerful. And then, of course, the diagrams to really drive this home. Then the ancients tell us what to do. Because you always say, how? What do I do? Tom, what does this look like? It looks like you, right? What do? I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. Who's I? I am. I am awareness. You, as I am awareness, to prepare your place for yourself. A mental image, an assumption, the law of assumption, an I am affirmation, whatever you want to call it. You prepare that place, right? To prepare is to imagine, or to revise, or to perceive reality the way you would like it to be. If we're talking about the past, you're revising it, or you're remembering it the way you would have liked it to be. Memory is just a mental image. If it's the present, you're perceiving it the way you would like it to be. The present's just a perception. It's just an image. It's a mental image. That's what a perception is. Or if it's the future, it's an imaginal scene, but it's a mental image. They're all mental images now. And you're imagining it the way you would like it to be. It's still all that you are, all that is, here and now. Do you see this today? This is powerful, right? They're all just mental images. Here and now, we have different labels for them: past, present, and future, manifested circumstances, memories from the past, imagined or future. But they're all just mental images here and now. This is powerful. There you are is all that is. And that's all that you are, all of these identities, all of these realities, all of these potentials. And there you are as I am the creator. As you frame your experience around this knowing. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it weren't so, I would have told you. In other words, we'd never be able to have this conversation. It would be unimaginable, right? Unimaginable means it doesn't exist, but everything, there's just existence. So if you can imagine it, you can be it. It's not I was or I will be, it's I am. It's all now. You see this. I am the creator from that multidimensional you, from that all that isness. You create this parallel or horizontal linear experience. Your past, present, and future are created and recreated here and now. Wow. From that now moment, from I am a creator, you create the idea of this mental image or this perception of the present manifested reality. You create this idea of a memory or a mental image of your past. But it's all right now. So you're recreating it right now. You're reimagining it. You can go, no, I've always been like that. But how do you know? You don't know. You only know who you are right now, and you only remember your past from this current perspective. You don't know what you remembered. You know what you remember from this present identity. And it all changes in every moment. So do you see it? So and then the future gets created from that same perspective. Your past, present, and future are created and recreated here and now. But you're going to say, no, Tom, yesterday or the day before or 20 years ago, I used to think differently. How do you know? You only know from this current viewpoint, of this current perspective. You're recreating that past. You're going to say, Tom, I have proof. I have scars. I have pictures, but they're all created now. None of that exists in the past. None of that exists apart from your awareness. You're creating that proof now, but you can create it differently, and everything changes when you change within. That's powerful. So, and then Jesus goes on here, your I am awareness, the ancients go on here. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Wow. I will come again, meaning I'm already here and now is all that is. You don't go anywhere. I'm here and now. I never went anywhere. I'm all realities. I'm all identities already. And I'll receive you to myself. In other words, your new viewpoint or perspective or vantage point of self. It's just you receiving a new idea, a new image, a new perspective or vantage point of who you are. So, wow, here I am. That's why Moses answered God. Here I am. Here I am, that identity and reality which I desire, which I want, which I assume and affirm and imagine myself to be. Here and now. And that changes, that revises, that recreates, that reimagines everything. All that I am. The past, present, and future. Do you see this? It's across the board change. You're changing everything. Everything you think you were and are changes right now, here and now. That's powerful. Woo! That's the secret to manifesting everything you want. Neville Goddard. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, be sure to tune in to the Tom Kearin channel. There's another video that relates to this one that really hits it home, because there was one of you who commented, I believe, on either the Tom Kearin channel. I just want to change everything. I want to change my entire life, past, present, and future. And this relates because we answered that question in a really powerful way on the Tom Kearin channel, which relates to this video. Also join us on the membership channel. We have a live stream. I'm going to be reminding you guys, we're going to send a notice out today or tomorrow for the live stream this month on January 26, 2025 at 12 noon Pacific time. I'm going to come to you live answering your questions and comments and talking about topics that are important to you, and also live on the chat. While you're chatting with me, I'm going to answer your questions, and also questions that you've sent to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Be sure to join us on our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/besomethingwonderful. Join us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, anywhere in social media at Tom Kearin or Be Something Wonderful. We're going to be there. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.